Hi friends, happy Friday. So I was in a bit of a panic here. We had to take care of some stuff for our store this morning, and I thought I had my supplies more ready than I did for my card today. So bear with, please. I've got a really cute card, and I thought I had my card base ready and everything else, but I don't. So we'll just do it together. Thanks so much for coming to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, I'm so happy you're here. And please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, so I'm working with these patterned papers, the Country Gingham Designer Series paper, and the colors are Balmy Blue, Mint Macaron, Petal Pink, and Sweet Sorbet. So I'm going to make my card base out of the Mint Macaron. I wanted to do it different color-wise than the first one I made. And let me say this up front. Hi, Marianne. So the snow, yeah, the snow is has been crazy, and so like I said when I first came on, we had to go take care of some things at our store this morning. So I hadn't eaten. We grabbed a hot dog from our hot dog guy out at the store and came home, and I tried to eat it really fast and thinking I had everything ready for my card and then realizing I didn't, and it's like, okay, I feel a little ill prepared here, but we're gonna do it anyway. So I'm doing my card base with, it's going to be a Bookfold card. Oh, what I started to say is I'm totally copying this card from the kitchen table stamper. I think that's her channel here on YouTube. I just saw her make this card and I fell in love with it, and I thought I've got to do that card and I've got to show my people this card because it's so cute. So you're going to cut your 8.5 paper, 8.5 by 11 paper in half. So we've got 4.25 by 11 inches. And we are going to score it first at 5.5. Let me pull this down so you can see what I'm doing. So we're going to score at 5.5. And I need to get this brought up on my iPad. I don't know why it's so stubborn about why it takes so long. There it is. Okay. Hi, Angela. Hi, Gloria, Marianne. Thanks, you guys, for joining me. I'm tickled that you're here. Okay, let me open the bar up here because we're going to make another score at 6 3/4. So 5.5 and 6 3/4. All right, and then that is the only score lines. I'm going to have to do more cutting since I'm ill prepared. But we will get started with this. Okay, so let me see how I'm lining up here. Sometimes, even though I score it, it comes out shorter on one side than the other. So I prefer the shorter side on the back of my card for sure. But if you can line it up and then just shove your bone folder that way, it usually works out. Okay. And so here is our other little score line, and I'm just going to score that going, fold it going both directions. This is what's going to give us our book fold. If you've never made a book fold card, they're pretty fun. Okay, so there we go with that. And then let me bring, what did I do with my patterned papers? Here they are. So I want to do a blue piece here and a red piece there, the sorbet and the balmy blue. So, or I could do it the other way. No, I want the paler color back there. So let me find a balmy blue that I like. How are you guys doing? The snow is mostly off of the streets in town. It was okay on the highway going out to where our store is, but the parking lot out there was a mess. So I'm hoping, it's supposed to be sunny all day today and all day tomorrow, so I'm hoping that the sun will take care of that. Okay, so let's see here. I believe I need a 3-inch square for the front piece here. Wait a minute, no I don't. I need a 4-inch square, and then I need a 1-inch by 4-inch long piece. So a 4-inch square of this balmy blue. Okay. Yes, this is a fun fold to make for sure. And then I'm going to use this piece right here to cut my, what did I say? 1. I thought that's what I said, but wanted to make sure. And then 4 inches, so 1 by 4 for the side. Okay, so there's those pieces, and then I need a square for the inside. So I think for the inside, I'm going to do the red, the sorbet. And I'll just do this little one here, and I'm going to need the whole 6-inch square of that. Okay, so for that, I need to, sorry, I'm looking at my, okay, so for the inside, your 6-inch square, you're going to put it on the diagonal and line, if you have a cutter like this or a scoreboard, whatever you have, line the points up so you can score point to point on the diagonal. And you're not going to be able to see that, but once I fold it, you will. Okay, so there is that, and then let me see what I need to do here. Okay, so now I need to score it in half. I'm going to turn it over and do that the other direction. So I need to score at 3 inches and turn it once and score it at 3 inches. Okay, and then let me see in my little packet if I have my papers ready for the inside. I think I do. Okay, so let me get rid of this for the time being. And we'll work on the inside for right now. So, well, I'm just going to have to go front to back, or front to inside, front to inside. I'll have to work on both at the same time. So before we can glue this part down, because it's, like I said, a book fold, it's going to be opening like that. But before we glue that part down, we need to attach the little piece that's going to go on the front. So I can go ahead and attach these pieces. I love it when there's like all these coordinating papers and it just all comes together. Okay. So I can go ahead and put, let's see, where am I putting my, I need some of this other color because I'm doing the red on the inside. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. And that is that. Maybe I'll do it this. Maybe I'll change it up because I'm going to have that red piece on the inside. And I want to have all of my colors included. And then I can do, yeah, let's do that. Okay. Or I can do my, wait a minute. Maybe I can do what I said I was going to do, and then I'll do my label. That's what I'll do. All right. Hee hee. It'll all come together. Okay, so this is going to go here. Yeah, that's snow. And we've got this big seafood and wine festival going on this weekend here. It's a really big deal for our city. And this is the first time since the pandemic that they are actually doing the whole thing, the festival. Last year they did like a virtual thing. I don't think that worked out too well because it's a seafood and wine festival. How do you do that virtually? But yeah, they've got the big giant tents up and it's just a really big deal. It brings in so many people, and so it's a big deal for the hotels. It's a big deal for the fishermen and all the vendors and the local restaurants and just the town, the city. But yeah, so many people. They had to delay the opening till noon today, and it was supposed to start last night. Okay, so what I should be using, if I had it, would be early espresso ribbon. But I have this ginormous roll, and there's like, how much on here? 25 yards of ribbon, you guys. This is Stampin' Up, but from quite some time ago, and it's in the color chocolate, which isn't a color that we have anymore, but it's close enough, and it's in my stash, and I want to use it. So I am. So I'm just cutting a piece long enough to tuck around to the inside. It's not going to show in there because we're going to be gluing that down. So what I'm going to do, you want to make sure that the piece that you're gluing down there, that you've got some really strong adhesive. So I am going to use, where is it? My tear and tape. So I think in the years that we've lived here, we moved here in 1989. Back then, the Seafood and Wine Festival was held in a building that's out on our bay. There's a big bridge that goes across the bay from the city side to what they call South Beach out there. And the building that it used to be in, which is a big building, is now occupied by the Rogue Brewery. And so, therefore, they have to come in with those big tents. And that's where they have the Seafood and Wine Festival now. But back when it was in the building, back in the day, they also included family. I mean, they had things specifically like fishing derby kind of things set up for kids, and your whole family could go. But the crowds, even back then, the crowds of people. One of the last times, well, I guess it was the last time that we ever went to it in the building. We got in there, and it's not cheap to get into it, but we got in there. It was so packed with people, and I don't like to be in huge crowds like that. I held on to the back of my husband's shirt, and we snaked our way through the area where all the vendors were, because they'll be like people selling like crafty things, merchandise and candy vendors and all sorts of things. I held on to the back of his shirt. We snaked our way right out of there after we had first just gotten there, because it was crazy. We've been, I think, one other time since. And so maybe 4 times, 5 at the very most, but I think 4 times is all we've ever gone to it. Okay, so I've got my adhesive on there. I've got my ribbon over the top of the patterned paper there. So now I can go ahead and close it and put that down, and let me grab my bone folder and just give it a little bit of that there. And now there's our book binding. Okay, so let's do this part. So this is going to be a fun pop out. So what I'm going to do, I want this color showing, and remember I scored it on the diagonal, so I'm going to fold it there and burnish it that way. And then I've got the other fold. Let me see here. What did I do? Where is, okay, I see it. So let's see here. Sorry, I'm looking at the one I already made to make sure I'm doing it right. Okay. So it's going to go that way, and then these are the sides. Okay. So I'm going to fold those this way. And that's my long fold. Okay, there we go. Okay. So here's my diamond one. These pieces, these 2 pieces here have no scores, but the other score lines are going like, maybe you can see it better on this side. So it's going to go up and down this way on the diagonal, and then we scored it in half that way and scored it in half that way. And so now it's easier to turn it kind of sideways and fold it in So there, can you see how it's going together? Okay. And then when it opens, it's going to open like that. So you're going to have these two flat diagonals that have no scores down the middle. But the big one that goes all the way down the middle then has the score lines. It's going to be a crisscross like this. I hope that's making sense. If you held it square, you can kind of see. So you're going to score it, you know, in the middle, your square in the middle, going both directions, and then one diagonal down. Does that make sense? I sure hope so. And then you'll just, it just really folds together. If you hold it on the diagonal, it's much easier. Folds together and goes like that. So then you're going to put your adhesive on the squares that don't have a line down the middle of them. So let's get that part done. That's not very good instruction. I hope I didn't confuse you too much. If you want me to score again on another piece of paper and we can do it one more time, let me know, and I will be happy to do that. And you'll want to use your good adhesive on this piece as well. And then turn it over and do it on the other one. I've done a book fold before, but never with this pop-up in the inside. And it's super easy, even though I think I didn't explain it very well. But like I said, I'd be happy to do that again if you want me to. Okay, so let me get my tool here because it's hard for me to pick that backing off. You're just going to want to take this off the back of one side at a time and then put it in your card. Okay, so now then it's going to go in here like this. So you're going to center it into the back page of your card and make sure you're not getting, sorry, I'm trying to get over the top so I can see what I'm doing here. You don't want it hanging off the edges if possible, because that wouldn't work out very well. Okay, there we go. So there it is, and now we can take it off this side. The stamp set that I'm using today is called Share a Milkshake, and this card just turns out so stinking adorable. But you could use it with whatever stamp set you'd like to use it with. Okay, so once you get the backs off, you just close it. Ta-da! How cute is that? So cute. Okay. Now then, Let me set that aside for a few minutes. And I know I had some pieces that as I was doing this that I already stamped or cut out. So I need to die cut those. And I've got one cherry done already. Those are the straws. I've got some hearts cut. I've got the chocolate topping for 2 things done here. Okay. So here is the stamp set, Share a Milkshake, and then these are the dies that go along with it. Share a Milkshake dies, and you can get these in a bundle right now. You've got, let's see, what's today, the 24th. You have just a few more days of celebration. So keep in mind when you spend $50, you get a free item from the celebration catalog. So that would get you really close to your $50. Okay, so I'm also going to be using one circle from the Layering Circles, and I'm going to use this scalloped die right here, and these are from the Scalloped Contours dies. So I'm not copying the other gals exactly because I didn't have some of the same things that she used, but that's good because, you know, then I'm not doing it exactly as she did. But I love, these are, as you know, if you've watched my videos much, you know I love these dies here. Okay, so I'm going to be doing this for one of the layers on the front. And I already did my scalloped circle, so there is that. So I had a few things ready, not all of it, but a few things. Okay, so what color? Oh, I decided I wanted to use the petal pink for my piece there. Let's see if it'll fit on here. Yay! Perfect. So let me cut a piece of that. And okay, I think we're good with that for the time being. So let me get my dies out here, and I can do some of these all at the same time, which makes it go a little bit faster. So that piece can go. Let me just put I use Post-it note tape to keep my dies in place. And then the cherries, I can cut one of those out. This cherry die has a little hole there at the top of the stem, and that is to help you line it up so you know if you've got it on there where you want it. So if you can see the top of your stem in that hole, then you know that hopefully you've got it, the die placed where you want it. I want it over just a little bit more. Okay, so I can run that one through, and then I can run, remember when I couldn't find that in my last video? Hee hee. I was panicking, I couldn't find the die, and it was on my magnet the whole entire time. Okay, so all 3 of these I can run through. And I'm just going to go ahead and run them through my big machine over here real quick. Be right back. So I apologize for not having these things all die cut ahead of time. I know it makes my video go a little bit longer, but sometimes things happen. Okay, so that one is ready again. These fingernails are really getting in my way, you guys. I wanted to get my money's worth out of this polish I had them put on. But I will be taking it off very soon. Okay. All right, so I can run these two through. These little cherries are so cute. All right, so there is that, and this one. There's that. Okay, we're getting there. I need to do some more stamping. Oh, these are my squares for inside. All right. So then, I need to make 2 milkshakes and a sundae. So I'm going to be stamping the detail stamp first. So see, this one's got all the little lines and things on it as compared to the part of the glass that is solid. And let's see, what color do I want to do? I'm going to do this one in the macaron. So let me find that over here. No. I don't know why I have such a hard, oh, here it is, because it doesn't look the color to me on my label on the end. So I always think that's like some kind of turquoise, and it's really this color here. Okay, so let me bring in my little piece of scrap paper. And I'm going to ink this up, this one with the details, full strength, and leave it that way. So light. Okay. There we go. Cute. Let me see if I guess it's wet still. And you know what? Since I have to make 2 of these, I think I will do them both at the same time. So the one inside, I'm trying to decide what color I want to make it. I'm going to make it the blue color, so balmy blue. There we go. And now I need the solid one. So since I have the blue pad here first, that's what I will do. So you're going to ink your stamp up, and you're going to stamp off onto your scrap paper so that we have a second generation to go over the top. Second generation inking. So when you line it up for this particular set, and this is how the gal who I saw make it explained how the easiest way to line it up is you want to line the top corner up here and the stem down here, and then just make sure that your lines are going straight across the top and straight across the bottom, and then stamp. So cute, right? I love it. Oh, thank you, Angela. I appreciate that. Hopefully I don't put you to sleep. I have to admit, sometimes I turn people's videos on, people that I enjoy watching, and it just puts me in such a relaxed state that I end up falling asleep. And then I have to rewatch the video because I'm really wanting to see what it is that they're doing. So I always wonder if I do that to people too. I take it as a compliment if I make you feel relaxed. Okay, so don't forget to stamp off once. And then line up that top right corner and the stem. Make sure you're straight and stamp. Oh, they just turn out so darn cute. All right, now we're going to do the Sunday the same way. So that's this little guy here. So I'm going to get a smaller block here. And this is the detail one. And so I will use the Sweet Sorbet this time, since I'm using those 3 colors, the Mint Macaron, Balmy Blue, and Sweet Sorbet. And this one we're going to do full strength. I'll just do this one right down here. So there's that. I'm not using the little spoon in this set, but isn't it so cute? I haven't used it yet. I've got to do that. Okay, so now the solid piece. Ink it up. Stamp off once. And when you stamp off, make sure you're stamping onto a flat surface, because if you have another piece of paper under it or something, you're going to pick up a crease or a funky outline. So you want to make sure when you're stamping off to make sure it's a smooth, flat area. Okay, I'm going to line up that top right corner and the stem. And there we go. So cute. Okay, next we need some ice cream. So let's see. The green one and the sorbet are going to go on the front of my card. So I think I'm going to do my ice cream in the peachy color, the petal pink. Let me close this one up and get petal pink. So I need this big ice cream here. See if I have room. I'll do one here. And then oh, I need to leave that on. Okay. I want my mint macaron back. And I will make some pistachio or mint. I'm not going to leave this mint macaron the full strength though. I'm going to stamp it off once. And stamp it there. So there's that one. And then on the inside, let's see. So mint macaron's going to go with that. That one's going to go with that. So I'll do sweet sorbet in the blue cup. And same thing, I don't want my ice cream full strength on that, so I'm going to stamp it off once. That would be some really bright ice cream, right? And this will look more pinky, I think. There we go. All right. I think I might have everything that I need stamped now. Yay! Okay, let me just wipe that off. And bring the dies back. Now, the die that cuts the ice cream has this little slit in it. That is where you put the straw or the spoon. Pretty handy. Okay, so let me line these up the best I can. I don't know what little Mr. Todd is barking about out there. It's garbage day here, so probably, so we've got the regular garbage truck that comes along. Then we've also got the recycle truck that comes along. And then there's 3 different bins. So there's those plus a yard waste bin. So it's like 3 different trucks that come along on garbage day. Okay, so let me run this through and then I will do the other ones and we will run those through. I probably am not going to remember which ice cream I wanted where. But we'll get it figured out. Okay. So there's that. And I'm done with that one. I think this set is so darn cute. It's like happy, right? And you can make these cards for adults or kids, I think. I mean, I will for sure give them to an adult, no problem. Okay, so one more thing to cut out here. And then we can put this all together. Yay! And thank you again to Kitchen Table Stamper for this card because this is all her. I'm just being a big old copycat today. But hopefully that is taken as a compliment because I loved it so much. All right, let's build some milkshakes. All right, so this one is going to get glued on here. Let me put these together here and see if that's the way I like them or if I want to switch it up. Because this is going to have chocolate on it. Or do I like it better this way with chocolate on it? And that way. No, that one's not getting that. That one needs, I need one more little piece. That one gets a small ice cream, not a big ice cream. So I have an extra ice cream. That one there is going to go on the inside because I like that together. So it's just deciding. Okay, I'm going to do this one. So before I do that, let me get my straw stuck in here. So that's going to go like that, and I just want to put a little touch of glue on the back of it here. And before it gets too set, I need to glue my chocolate on the top. Because I'm going to shove that down and line it up with the other as best as I can with the way it is on the one underneath. Like that, and like that. And then it's going to go on there. So let me put some glue on the back here. So cute. And then it needs a cherry, which is just going to top it off and make it adorable. That is going to go right over here. Okay, how cute is that? Oopsie, get back on there. Okay, now then, I need that again and another little scrap of white. Okay, so mint macaron. Okay, now we can make our little sundae. And what do I do with the dies? There they are. This one is going to go, I need to put the glue across the front because it's going to go behind the dish. Like that. just need to bring my little silicone mat in here so I can put these on there and make sure that I don't get glue anywhere where I don't want it. Wow. There we go. And then we can make this milkshake. Milkshake, soda, whatever you want it to be. I got a little bit carried away with the glue there. And I have another cherry in here. So cute. See, it's a good thing I had it on there. All right, now then, I think we can set those aside. Let me put the pin back in my glue. And bring this in. So, first of all, I need to put this down. This is going to go right here on the front. And then I need to do a little more stamping here with the greetings. I'm not sure if I wiped that off yet. Let me do that. And do I have one on here? No. Okay. So on the front, I'm going to put "You're the Cherry" on top. And on the inside, we'll put "Life is sweeter with you." Okay, so on the front, on this one, I'm going to use the early espresso and put "You're the Cherry" on top. And I want it up here in kind of the right corner of the circle. And I see I've got some ink down there on the bottom. I don't want to get that on my card. Well, that could have gone a little bit better. I wonder if I'd be lucky enough to redo it. Let me try to get right over the top of it here. That's what's nice about clear stamps. Okay. And then this one's going to go on the inside. And I need that on the diagonal, so make sure when you get ready to stamp that for your inside one that you don't stamp it with it being square. Life is sweeter with you. Cute. Okay. So now this one's going to get popped up. Here we go. And then I'm also going to pop up the milkshake. And let me see which milkshake I want to do on the inside, actually. I think I'm going to switch them up because I don't have any blue in there. So I'm going to do that one on the inside and this one out here. So this is getting popped up as well. And I'm just going to position it right in here, trying to make sure that the bottom of my glass is going straight. And then this little guy's getting popped up also. And it's just going to overlap a little bit and be straight with the other one there. So cute. All right, and then inside here, this one is going to go right over here. And you don't want to pop your inside ones up because then it'll make it too bulky. So there is that one. And then it's going to get, we're going to set that little heart aside. It's going to get these little hearts. And these were from the dies. Oopsie. See, I should have had that over the top of my mat. Then this one's going to give you some space to write whatever little personal message you want, or just sign your name. So this one goes over here. I don't know what my husband's watching in the living room, but it sounds kind of scary. Okay, and then this one's going to get glued down. And it's going to go over here to the side so that I want to make sure the straw doesn't hang off, so that you still have room to sign your name or write your message. Oh, it sounds like Walking Dead or something maybe. I don't know what he's got on. I don't like that sound. I want to put, do I want glue on there? Let me just put a little tiny bit. I think I might have got too much, so I'm going to do this. There we go. Oh, oh. All right, not done yet. So let me bring my ribbon back in. And then I just need to grab some twine real quick. Oh my goodness, I'm so stiff. That'll work. Okay, I have the dies here from the teacup dies. You'll find this die set and the coordinating stamps, which are so darn cute, in the annual catalog. And I'm just going to grab out, it's got it's got actually 3 tags in here. One, and it's for the, you know, for your tea, the little tag, paper tags on your tea bags. It's got a bigger one and 2 smaller ones. And I just want one of those smaller ones there. And I will grab this piece of white and cut me off a little chunk of it. And I'm just going to run this through my machine real quick. And when I get all done today, I will have to go back and cut me another one of those because I didn't get that part done on my first card. I'm looking for my punch that makes a little keyhole, or not a keyhole, but it just makes a little pinpoint. Let me see if I can. There we go. And then my little heart that I saved is going to get glued right onto that. Oh, my glue's oozing. Thanks so much, Marianne. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you watching. Okay, this is going to get glued right onto the little tag there. So cute. And then let me see how I want to do this here. I am going to need one of my dental helpers here. Floss pick, or whatever they call these, floss threader, that's what they're called. I'm not sure here. Let's see. See if I can get it through there without tearing it. I don't know if it's going to go. I don't think so. I think I'm going to have to do it this way. Instead of trying to take as much through as I was, do it this way. See if that'll go through. There it goes. I think maybe what I might do is just, instead of getting it too bulky, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cut this. And get my glue dots. Stick one end down and the other end. So there, that it's good and stuck, and then I will stick another one right on top. There we go. And one more. And that will go right there. Not sure why my glue is wanting to ooze out of there, but it was. All right. Get some of this stuff out of the way here. Okay, so here you have it. You're the cherry on top. I think I'll snip that little end off. Maybe if they were both sticking up there, it wouldn't bother me, but I don't just like the one sticking up. Well, come on. There we go. Life is sweeter with you. So cute. And here's my first one. Like I said, I didn't get the little tag put on it yet, but I kind of forgot, but I'll go back and put it on. And there's the inside of that one. So the same, I just changed up the colors. Oh, and one other thing I did and I forgot is I used an embossing folder on this piece here, and I forgot to do it over there, but that's okay. So I hope you like that card. I've got something else I'm going to do at the end of my videos, and you can stay for it or you don't have to. And it will be short and sweet. One thing I do want to tell you before I get to that, though, is I would love to have you shop for Stampin' Up! With me if you don't already have a demonstrator. And let me get my information for you. Here it is right here. That is my information. So you can find my shopping website, janawilliams.stampinup.net. Okay, and I do have a host code for this month, and you'll find that on the landing page. If I wouldn't have been in such a rush today, I would have written that down for you. I think I might have written it down somewhere, but I don't know where I put it. So anyway, it's on the landing page, the very first page you get to when you go to my shopping site. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll see that February host code. And there's a place to put it, there's a box to put it in when you get to the checkout process. And so if you spend under $150, please use that code. That helps out a lot. If you don't, if you got really crazy and spent over $150, don't use that code because you will get some some hostess gifts when you spend that kind of money. Okay, so I'm going to have a little quick story time at the end of my videos. So like I said, if you'd like to stay for it, please do. I found this, I love these little books. I have a few of them now. And this one I found recently in the new antique store here. And this one's called A Child's Garden of Verses by Robert Louis Stevenson. And I can't remember if I saw the year this was from in here. But anyway, I think I'm just going to read maybe a couple pages here from the front. This says, to Allison Cunningham from her boy, for the long nights you lay awake and watched for my unworthy sake, for your most comfortable hand that led me through the uneven land, for all the storybooks you read, for all the pains you comforted, for all you pitied, all you bore in sad and happy days of yore. My second mother, my first wife, the angel of my infant life, from the sick child, now well and old, take, nurse, the little book you hold, and grant it heaven that all who read may find as dear a nurse at need, and every child who lists my rhyme in the bright fireside nursery clime may hear it in as kind of voice as made my childish days rejoice. So I thought that was very sweet. And then so it's got all these different kind of little verses or poems, if you will, but I just wanted to let you know what it says here. The introduction says, confined to bed by illness for long spells of his childhood, Robert Louis Stevenson, from 1850 to 1894, knew well how tall tales, dreams, and make-believe can sustain a child's active imagination. As an adult, he wrote these sprightly poems for children, brimful of magical figures, faraway places, and toys that come alive. We're all kind of kids at heart, right? So I love stuff like this. Stevenson's verses are free of sentimentality, for growing up in a stern Victorian household in Edinburgh, developed in him a healthy sense of terror, sin, and mystery, elements that have made his novels Treasure Island, Kidnapped, and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde enduring favorites of children as well as adults. For years underrated as a prose stylist, Stevenson is currently in the midst of a critical revival. The supple, evocative, musical poetry of A Child's Garden of Verses confirms the scope of his talent. These verses open worlds of wonder for readers of any age. And then there's this little thought here, a thought. It is very nice to think the world is full of meat and drink, with little children saying grace in every Christian kind of place. And so the whole book is full of these little verses like that, and I will put a bookmark here. And the next time I come to stamp with you, we'll read one or two more of them, okay? I just think they're kind of fun. So in the meantime, I'm going to put this right there as my bookmark. Thanks so much for joining me today, you guys. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful weekend. Come back for Saturday Morning Makes tomorrow. And in the meantime, I hope you get to do something crafty yourself. And take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.